Well, Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot of flack for some of my comments. Have those hit your radar?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, you said because of what she said, and then you said something.
I said a few things. Hasn't hit your radar yet? This became a whole...
The flack or what she was talking about?
Well, what I said. Well, it was both. I mean, she got flack for what she said, and I responded, and I got flack for what I said.
This hasn't hit my radar.
Hasn't hit your radar. Okay, so here's what happened. She did the whole interview where she was crying, talking about how she gets underpaid, and her movies, she's always told that her movies don't translate, and she works so much because she doesn't get paid what she would like, and she has to work more and so forth, and she was in tears and so forth. So I chimed in on this in a few different interviews. Me and Lunel talked about it. Me and Matt Hoffa talked about it. The one with Matt Hoffa started to go kind of viral. And what I said was this. My overall explanation of it was this. Number one, I'm a big Taraji fan. All her movies, I feel she's killed it. I feel she's a top tier actress. Everything she's done has been exquisite. I don't remember a bad Taraji P. Henson performance in any of the movies. And I've seen pretty much all her movies. But what I said was this. At the level that Taraji is at, with the amount of years she put into Hollywood, if she feels that she's not being compensated what she feels she deserves in Hollywood, it's time to start your own production company, and it's time to start putting your own films together. And maybe you don't have the skills to write, direct, whatever else, but you could partner with the most talented people, and you could get, based on your relationships, the most talented people to work with you. And at that point, you pay yourself whatever the movie makes.
And you caught flack for that?
Well, I also made a couple other comments, which I actually apologize. No, hold on.
I don't understand flack behind that. I agree with you.
Yeah. And what I caught flack for, which I actually apologized for, me and Michael Jai White just did an interview, and the apology is now going viral as well. What I said, which I felt was a little below the belt, was that she's worth $12 million and lives in a $6 million house, and the average person doesn't want to hear a millionaire complain about money. And I later on said, something that was kind of wrong. Someone close to me kind of pointed out, like, that really has nothing to do with the conversation. What she has is what she has. She's talking about what she makes. So I said, something, I'm sorry about that. And I also want to apologize for what I said in terms of she has a $12 million net worth and she lives in a $6 million house. And, and I said that, most working people don't want to hear rich people complain that they didn't get an extra few million.
Right, yeah.
This is coming from something I've dealt with myself.
Absolutely,
no one wants to hear me complain about I didn't get the money I felt I deserved. But that was a cheap shot. Someone close to me pointed that out recently, and I apologize to Taraji for saying that. But overall, my point is Hollywood is never going to pay you what you feel you deserve. But when you look at all the successful people in Hollywood, the majority of them started their own productions and started their own projects. They still will take roles here and there, but you compare it to like a Reese Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon has a huge production company, and a lot of these big films that she's in, she's producing them as well. And that was my point.
I really don't understand what you caught the flack for, because...
Well, a white man shouldn't even be allowed to talk about black women.
I know. And
I get that.
That's sometimes when I'm going to catch flack for saying what I'm about to say. This is what I mean when I say black people don't like to be held accountable. Because that to me is a go-to, well, because you're white, you shouldn't, fuck out of here. Facts are facts.
Yeah.
So let's lose the race issue on that. And I'm one of the first people to point out with you about when you playing the white man.
Oh, no. You go hard. You go hard at me, yeah.
And this is what I meant when I was talking about the Cat Williams thing. Where we're all oohing and on over a fucking news cycle, we got one of our best black female artists crying about the fact that her and her, what's that word?
Co-stars?
Not co-stars, but people that, my comrades, there's a better word for it, but her constituents, they're all not getting paid what they should get paid. And listen, I saw recently where Sharon Stone did an interview and talked about how she was underpaid. Exactly. But there's a pecking order. However many women, white women complain about being underpaid, black women are under that. So yes, are women getting screwed by the male Hollywood system, black and white? Yes. But are black women more so screwed over than white women? You better believe it. So again, when I'm going, instead of Cat using this platform to rouse niggas up and go, oh, Cat said, oh, why don't we use our powers to form like the Avengers and make it so that Taraji don't have to cry? Make it so that Viola Davis don't have to complain. Make it so that we create our own shit so that we don't need them to do for us when we can do for ourselves. And the fact that I caught flack, that message was so over niggas' heads. They don't want to hear that. It's much easier to revel in the bullshit.
Yeah.
It's much more fun to play in the gossip. Yeah, that nigga, protect him at all costs. He stood on his truth. Listen, to all you guys saying that, does Cat pay your rent?
Nope.
Does he feed your kids?
Nope.
Is he making your life better?
Nope.
So what do y'all got this nigga's name on your back like a jersey, and he does nothing to improve your life. His truth does not improve your life. But like I said, if we come together, create our own Black Hollywood, our own DreamWorks, and then use the success from that money and funnel that wealth back into our communities to build up our communities, now we doing us to benefit us.